When we saw images of this dessert online, we couldn't possibly ignore it.
It's our Pavê biscuit. Oi!
What was that?
That's a traditional Brazilian greeting. It means hi.
Well, hello. This dessert has... Where do I go with that? Basically, an amazing dessert that's got lots of layers, and we're going to start off with the creamy layer that goes in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we need is some sugar, adding to a bowl with softened butter. Now, again, you need all the accurate weights and measures of these ingredients, but you can get those all in the description box down below.
You sure can.
If you blend those up, basically we're looking for something with lots of air in it. The softer the butter is, the easier.
I mean, in England, you literally have to put it in a microwave. But not in the Amazonian
Since we're here in
rainforest.
Brazil, it's fine. Right, into our butter and sugar mixture, a drop of vanilla extract, and then we add in our egg yolks, one at a time, just so it doesn't split. And then the final ingredient into that mixture is a tablespoon of cocoa powder. So that's going in as well. And into this bowl, 250 ml of double cream, and if you can whisk that up.
Even with my chocolatey end?
Even with the chocolatey ends, that's absolutely fine. It's all going to be mixed together in a minute anyway. That'll do, probably.
Right.
Yep. At which point, cream goes into our chocolate mixture and the whole thing gets whisked together. And as soon as that's come together into one homogeneous mixture, we can stop. And that's it. Job done. This mixture we can put to one side for the moment, and we can start up our layering process. Key to this is a loose bottom tin.
That is vital.
Now, these biscuits, rich tea biscuits.
Tea biscuits from the heart of Brazil, obviously.
Bear with me. Traditionally, they would use biscuits they call Maria biscuits.
Yep.
Very, very similar to this biscuit, which is why we're using these in London.
You know an interesting thing about Maria biscuits as well, don't you?
Well, so I've been told, or so I read, the Maria biscuit, the one that's traditionally used in this traditional Brazilian dish, actually originated in London too.
Yeah, there you go.
So-
So what a lovely transatlantic crossover.
But now it is an integral part of this delicious dessert, and it's become very Brazilian.
That is just a way of me saying, if we muck this up, don't have a go. We're doing our best.
And while you do all of that, which is quite fiddly, I'm going to talk about the top layer of our dessert, which is fundamental, and it's peanuts. So basically take your peanuts and just crack them open, and it's the red nuts inside that you want. And it takes quite a while. So what I've done, I did a few before. These then go onto a tray, leave them exactly as they are, and put them into an oven at about 160 degrees Celsius for 10-15 minutes. Shake them occasionally and they'll just roast off. Once they're roasted, they come out and they look like this. Now look at that, darker in colour. At this point, there's a really easy way of getting rid of the husks. Just place them into a clean tea towel.
This is fiddly.
Cover up, it is a bit fiddly, that's why I gave it to you. And then just rub all these peanuts together and all that husk just kind of falls apart.
You just literally knocked down my wall.
Stop moaning. I'll give you a hand, I'll give you a hand. What I'm going to do is spoon some of this in. It'll make your life a lot easier. There we go, there's layer number one. At which point you put another layer of biscuit on top. So if you do that, and look at these peanuts now, you can see they kind of all fall from their shell.
They're naked.
Just pass the nuts from hand to hand and kind of all that husk falls off.
Now, in case you hadn't noticed, we're not Brazilian ourselves. Sorted Eats Brazil is all about us trying our hand at some classic Brazilian dishes that you requested we do. We want to know where we've gone horribly wrong, when we've gone right. Basically, we just really want to be Brazilian.
What would you do differently to any of these dishes, whether you're Brazilian or not? We want to know your take on it, because this is definitely ours. There's our second layer of chocolate filling, and now for a third layer of biscuit, and while you do that, I'm going to blend up some of our nuts. You still want quite a coarse crumb, so don't go too far. And then the final layer to this concoction is caramel. It's quite thick, so all I'm going to do is put it into a bowl just to loosen it up a little bit.
We asked you what we should make. As soon as we looked up this dish, we went, that looks unbelievable. I don't care what's in it. It could have elephant tusk in it.
It doesn't have elephant tusk in it. It has
it doesn't.
peanuts,
It's
but
just
it's
plain.
still amazing. And now all of this can go over the top, scattering.
Actually, as I was researching this dish, some people serve it with pineapple, coconut. We're just leaving it, aren't we?
I think there's enough going on there already. Roasted peanut, caramel, chocolate. I kind of consider it a layered dessert, a bit like the Italians have tiramisu with sponge fingers, or we have trifle in the UK. This is the Brazilian version, Pavê. It's delicious. Unfortunately, we can't eat it just yet. It needs to set up in the fridge for 4 hours, or better still, overnight.
Overnight?
Now, this has set up overnight, which means we should now be able to release it. There we go. So remember, the biscuit's facing out, so you get the nice exterior. Slide it onto our board, and we can get a nice big slice out of this.
It looks incredible.
There it is. You can see all the gorgeous layers: biscuit, chocolate, caramel, and peanuts, We're going to keep ours very simple, maybe just a drizzle of cream, but for now, a delicious Brazilian dessert. We'd love to know if you'd do it any differently though. Please do tell us below.
Sorted. That is delicious.
Proper layers, pretty much nailed it.
We may not have got this completely accurate, but this version tastes very nice.
Pretty chuffed with that.